everybody!
You'll never guess where we are today. You tell them.
We're in a beautiful park in Rushden. It's called Hall Park, and it's a very old park, and it has lovely trees in it.
It's a very old park, and I'm a very old person, and I've got lots and lots of lovely memories. And we were saying actually a couple of weeks ago, Wendy and I came and sat and had a picnic up here, and I remember the bandstand, and I used to walk up on a Sunday afternoon, and they had the band playing in the bandstand, but that's going back a few years, Wendy.
I think all the parks, didn't they? They had the old bandstands at one time, didn't they? But it's lovely today. And we just want to give a mention to a couple of nice places we've been. One of them was we went to the, what was it called? Kettering Square deal, was
Fair
it?
and Square.
Fair and Square, and it done a really, really good menu, and I had a traditional Yorkshire and sausage
huge,
and
wasn't it?
onions and potatoes. It was lovely, weren't it?
Yeah, I can thoroughly recommend it. The food was lovely. Traditional home cooked food, wasn't it?
And me and Pam, being the nice people we are, the waitress recognised me, and we gave her crystals, didn't we, Pam?
Yeah. She didn't want my autograph for being out with a starlet, did she, Wendy? But no. So we thought it was a lovely gesture to give her a couple of little crystals for her and her daughters, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was a lovely lady, and yeah, we had fun talking to her. And then also we went to Pisubio's, didn't we, Pam?
Yes, at Sharnbrook, had a lovely meal in there, didn't we?
It was an Italian restaurant, and it was really lovely. And yeah, good menu again, weren't it?
Yeah. Like I say, we're easily pleased with food, aren't we, Wendy? But we went through the menu, and even though a lot of places at the moment are doing a limited menu, there's still lots of good food out there to be had, and it's lovely to feed the soul in that way, isn't it, Wendy?
Yeah, and tomorrow we're going over to Poppy Fields near Northampton. It has a lot of special memories for my son Chris there, and we're going to a lovely carvery, aren't we?
Yeah, looking forward to that. Always love a carvery.
So it'll be lovely. We're going out there tomorrow. But we want to talk a little bit today about loving and caring, don't we?
The old traditional values of love and care, and you know, giving somebody that little bit of thought and offering those small acts of kindness. And I know people talk about them, but actually it's one thing to talk the talk, isn't it? But walking the walk, to just put out a little bit of love and care in the old traditional ways. It's like, you know, if you know somebody's living on their own perhaps and probably doesn't get any visitors, maybe just to knock on their door and ask them if they're okay. You never know, they might even want a cup of tea with you, mightn't they? And sit and have a little chat for half an hour, and that half an hour of your time can mean a world of difference to that person, can't it?
I think it's lovely to do that. Or if you know anyone who's disabled and you know they might be glad of a little errand you could run to them, or take them a little plant round or something like that, just to let people know that you are thinking of them, and loving and caring is really, really lovely. And I think we should all give out love and care in the world, and it would make the world a much better place for us all to live, and we would all reap the rewards of doing that.
Do you remember, Wendy, my spider plant that I had at home had so many babies on it, and I took cuttings and all the little baby spiders I repotted, and as they grew bigger, obviously I was being taken over by my spider plants, and I potted them all up and I gave them all out to the residents where you live, didn't I? I went round everyone's house, didn't I? Knocked on the door, and I just gave them all a lovely little spider plant.
And that was a very loving thought to do, and they all loved it. So I think it is nice to give out a little bit of love and thought in whatever way you can. So we do back that journey. And I did get Pam to read a book. She read a book on the NHS healer, didn't you? What I recommended.
Angie Buxton King, the NHS healer. So for those of you who are interested in looking at that, that's what the book looks like. And I can honestly say, thank you so much to Wendy for recommending it, and what a truly inspirational read. And I haven't read a book in a long time, much to my disgust, but I picked that book up and I couldn't put it down again. And the lady
What an
herself,
inspirational
yes,
lady, wasn't
with,
she?
with her own
Yeah.
circumstances and her own son, what she went through, but how she turned it into such a positive. But also it speaks a lot about the healing, doesn't it? And the book speaks for itself, doesn't it? Of, you know, the
Yeah.
rewards of the healing and
It's
the
a lovely
benefits.
book to read,
Yeah.
isn't it,
I would
Pam?
thoroughly recommend it, and it's quite an easy read too. It's not hard going, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. So thanks for that, Wendy.
That's okay, and I hope some of you out there will get the book too. Don't forget NHS healer Angie Buxton King. And also today we want to talk a little bit about the Reiki to you and the different levels. There's 3 levels you can do. I've done the traditional one, which is the Reiki, traditional Reiki, and I had all 4 gateways opened up, and it's beautiful. You do 4 meditations in your first level. You have your gateways opened up. You learn all about opening the auras and closing them, and also about balancing the chakras, which is very beautiful. And I taught you to balance chakras, didn't I, Pam?
100%. Wendy's taught me all I know, haven't you, Wendy? And
Yeah.
it's always put to good use, and it's so beneficial. You know,
And opening and closing
yeah.
the aura, don't you,
and
as
it's so
well?
important
Yeah.
what you say to open the aura, because we're all made up of the layers of energy, aren't we, in the energy field? So
Yeah, and on your level 2, you only do 1 meditation, and you get the power of the symbols. And with the power of the symbols, you can do distant healing for people. You get your symbols to make it a more powerful healing, and it's a very beautiful level to have, that is. And it is a completely different energy to your level 1. And then if you want to go all the way and become a master, that's another story.
as Wendy did.
Yeah, but I'd say always read up on it, because when you do have that energy put in you of a master, it brings changes in your life forever, and the energy will always move on to different places and different things. So I did read a book on the Reiki Masters before I decided to take it, but it's a wonderful gift to have. I've never looked back, and it always brings challenges and changes, but also you have the power to deal with them all, which is absolutely beautiful, isn't it, Pam?
Yeah, and not only for your own life and your own changes, but those people that come to you, it's life changing, isn't it? It can turn a life around, and it's so important when somebody's going through difficulties and they seek out that help, the power of what that Reiki can do. And also reading in that book, that's what she says, the power of it all is just unbelievable, isn't it?
And also, I want to give you a little bit of good news.
Oh,
Since
yes.
I've had my pyrite, I have had a tax rebate of over 1,000, and I've also had £200 refunded on my gas and electric. So, pyrite, thank you.
And guess what? We're just waiting for the 3rd, because they say it comes in 3, so we'll be checking those lottery tickets again.
Yeah,
Wendy.
we're going to do that, aren't we?
We
You never
will.
know. So I feel, you know, lots of love and light is on its way to us. So that is very beautiful. So don't forget the pyrite. And also we've got a little bit of amethyst, haven't we,
It's
to
an
show them.
amethyst cluster that we're both clutching today.
And they're very beautiful stones, and if you have any annoyance going on in your house or even at work in your office, the clusters of amethyst are very beautiful, and they do help ground energy, don't they, Pam?
Yeah, it's a very good crystal to have about, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think if you need one of those, perhaps in the home, you know, if you have a room where there's a few quarrels go on, or you know, just get a little bit of amethyst and it will help ground it for you. And they're lovely to have, and Pam does sell these, don't you, on your website?
Yeah,
as well?
so again, if it's something that you're interested in, if you've got an area in your home that you think might need addressing, and the energy needing to calm down a little bit, if it's a bit quarrelsome, then yeah, you can message me on my Instagram, which is Pam Allen X, and I'll give you more information on those if you're interested.
Yeah, they're very beautiful, and as I say, lovely to look at as well, aren't
They
they?
are.
And I had a little crystal bought me this week, and a lady came and she bought me, it's beautiful, isn't it, Pam? I showed you it, and it stands for tranquility and light.
It was pure
doesn't
light,
it?
wasn't it?
Pure light, very beautiful. So I'll put that where my desert rose is, what my niece bought me as well. So very beautiful. But I do have a box of crystals that if people do want a little crystal reading, I get them to choose the crystals, don't I, Pam?
Yeah, and like you say, they're lovely. All the crystals are beautiful, and they're all individual, aren't they, in their own right?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
got
It's
their own
amazing,
characteristics.
isn't it, the amount you can get, isn't it, Pam?
Yeah.
So that's all positive energy for you. So is there anything else
And
you want
also,
to tell
talking
them,
about
Pam?
your crystals, how much the children love the little crystals, don't they?
Oh, yeah, they
and like
do.
a lot of the children in the family, they love your crystal box, don't they? And to start them off on crystals, you know, when they show an interest on them, that can only benefit them, can't it?
I've got a little story to tell you. This is true. I had a cat, and it hurt its paw, and it would go over to my crystal box and put its paw on the crystal box. You saw it, didn't you, Pam?
Do you know what? Wendy told me about it, and I thought, I can't believe this, I can't believe it. And then one day when I was actually with Wendy, the cat came in and went and curled up and just lifted one paw and placed it on the box of crystals. And he did that every day, didn't he?
And
Until
his paw
had
got
healed.
better, didn't
It's
it?
true,
Yeah. So I think
Excuse me.
cats are very tuned in, and I think he felt all that healing energy around the crystals and around me holding the box as well. So that was a lovely story. So we hope it again has brought you some information about everything, and we thought of the lovely meditation we're going to do in the next 2 or 3 weeks, aren't we? We're going to be Indians.
Oh, you
aren't
shouldn't
we?
have told them, Wendy. We should
No,
have left it as a
I've got
surprise.
to tell them, and we're going to have we're going to have some drum music,
We're going
aren't
to have
we?
some drum music, yes. Native drumming, that's what we're going to have, aren't we?
The Indians have a lot of power with them, and a lot of people do have Indian guides that give them energy. I have an Indian chief and an Indian brave with me, and they've always brought me lots of energy. I've had too much energy, haven't I, Pam, sometimes?
An awful lot of energy,
Yeah.
so we're looking forward to getting that all sorted, aren't we, to do that meditation next
Yeah,
time.
and we do like making the meditations a little bit different for you, so that you experience all levels of the meditations, don't we?
And we've had some really good feedback on our angels video, what we put up,
Oh,
and people
yeah.
doing that meditation, aren't we? Fantastic.
And
feedback.
again, it relieves your stress, and it does help you. So I think that's lovely for you to have all that information. So we're off out tomorrow again, aren't we, Pam?
We're feeding our soul in the park today, and we'll be feeding our soul tomorrow.
Yeah,
won't we, at Poppyfields?
nice carvery,
Lovely
aren't we,
carvery.
tomorrow? Good prices. So if you're in Northampton area, remember Poppyfields.
Poppyfields.
It's a lovely place, and we're going to enjoy it.
We'll be popping into Poppyfields.
Yeah, so we thought next week we'd talk a little bit to you about guides and recognising your guides and the different feelings the guides can bring in, won't we, Pam?
Yeah, and how to kind of be aware of them and what to do when you get those feelings, eh?
Yeah, and it is lovely being able to go out and not wear a mask or give our phone number. That is very beautiful, isn't it, Pam?
Yeah. We give our numbers to people who we want to give our numbers to.
We won't mention that, Pam. We won't. But no, lots of love and light to you all. We hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Little bit different, but beautiful trees in the park. A lovely sense of freedom being here, feeling the beautiful breeze in our face, aren't we,
Yeah, it's
Pam?
absolutely beautiful, and I'm thinking the wind's picking up a bit and it's going to blow the camera to the floor in a minute, Wendy.
Pam loves the sun, don't you? And I'm the wind, rain and the storms girl,
Yeah,
aren't I?
yeah.
And the lightning. I love all the forces of the earth, and you love the sun.
I
So
love the
we're a
sunshine.
good combination.
We are. I was an Egyptian goddess in a previous life, I think, Wendy.
I dread to think what I was. But lots of love and light to you all, and we look forward to our vlog next week. And we hope again we'll give you some useful information. Don't forget the love and care, really important. And if anyone's going through a bad time, support them.
Hold on, we've gone.
We've got
It blew over. It blew over.
it's a Wendy and Pam's wobbler, isn't it, Pam?
It is. So I'm going to sit here while we just end this vlog and say to them, the small acts of kindness, it doesn't matter how small it is, but every little tiny bit of love and care certainly helps, doesn't it, Wendy?
It does indeed. So all take that on board, and we'll see you next week.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.